Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the one and only place you will ever that you have access to me to listen to me talk. It's the only place on the internet. so we're gonna be talking about work, 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 work. WORK. Work, 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 work. So what's interesting with a word, any word, that how you say the word, whether like work or work, work, yeah, work, that really defines, not defines, but reveals a person's own relationship to a word. Um, so today we're going to be talking not about my relationship to the word work, but um, in general, our relationship to work, people's relationship to work, things that I have observed from other people, and including myself as well, because I'm equally a person. But I won't be limiting it just to me. Work, the thing that from one definition is one side of the story is something to do because you have to do it, because you need to make money, because you need to live and survive. That's one definition of work. Now let's look at number two. Yeah, work is my passion, the thing I love to do. It's what I wake up to every morning. And let's look at definition number three. Work is my duty. It is what I need to do. It's what required of me to do. Now, we have three definitions here. I could try to make more and bring more through, but this seems good enough to as an example of three different ways of relating to work. Now, what is interesting, which is why I'm laughing right now, is that it's very possible to have not just two, but all three definitions within oneself. That a person would actually have all three definitions of the word work inside of themselves. And that they could even be simultaneously be activated, or you'll be like, yeah, talking about great work is, but within that you can almost see, well, if you have the, if you can see, if you have maybe like, I don't know, like the ability to see that that it's said or spoken within a suppression, within a nagging point, within the other definition being present, where it's not fully within, um, let's say, within the passion of work. And, this is a very interesting thing, and um, just to look at this within even the dictionary. And if you look at the dictionary, typically words do have multiple definitions within a dictionary. And so it makes sense that we have multiple definitions and ways of living of words within ourselves. And it seems very possible, doesn't it? And so, when I observe this, and it is indeed how things are functioning within us, it's a little bit crazy. It's definitely also interesting and fascinating that we could be having three different experiences of the word work. Um, yeah. Now, let's look outside of the personal level of of the relationship to the word. Let's look at a global systemic level. Work. From the perspective of the outside. Let's see the world, like look look at the world from the outside, get the big picture. What is work? Maybe you have work as a very physics definition, like a physical movement to do something, very physical. I'm going to move this box over here. There, drop it. Or maybe you look at it at an economics level, where work is a service provided which is compensated through currency, which is money. That's another perspective. And let's stop there and just look at the person on the personal level having those three definitions of work, right? And then you have these two global definitions, and of course all of them are happening at the same time. That's kind of funny, and it's true. We look at it. That when you're working, that you have your personal experience to work, and then you actually have what's happening at more of a almost physical level, what you're physically doing, what you're physically putting your body through, or see how I said that phrase, what you're physically putting your body through, which that phrase is very like a connotation of it being bad, right? Well, you could put it another way, like what you're physically moving with your body to produce, or what you're expressing with your body, how you're moving with your body. And it's the same thing, but it's different, isn't it? It's not exactly the same. There's a difference there. So within that, of course, you're receiving money as goods and as a currency, which allows you to buy goods. And even there, we can phrase it in a way that's very, we do all this work and all we do is get money and we don't get enough, and which is also kind of true too in another way. I mean, I hate to break this to you if I'm the first person ever telling you this, but there's definitely something wrong. Use the word wrong, maybe use the word incorrect, maybe just use the word imbalance, or use the word inequality, or how about let's look at it very non-personally, not making this in relation to any person. That in how we're relating to work and the economy and money and life, that as a whole earth and all the people and animals and plants on it, that earth, let's say earth, a circle, that it's not going to be able to continue like this, because like 95% of people on the planet earn less than $10 a day. That 3 billion people are on the poverty line and they face malnutrition, meaning their bodies aren't receiving the nutrients. That the amount of garbage that is thrown away in America, United States, I mean, that within 6 to 9 months, like 90% of what is bought is thrown away. I can go on and on in relation to the water, the air, the earth, how animals are living, how the plants are experiencing themselves, how the human beings are experiencing themselves, that all of that is suffering, is abuse, and it's not hard to see that eventually this will completely destroy and crumble. And so, yeah. So there's the unpleasant truth for today. That's work. Truth of the matter is that working having a job, making money. You're kind of just going along with what has always been here. And like I just pointed out a second ago, if we continue on this path, it's going to be pretty bad. And so even having innocent job as being a nurse or filing papers as a secretary, then in some way you're like a cog in the machine and you're helping things keep going the way it's always been, never really questioning or challenging things into a new direction, taking things into a new direction. So yeah, that's where we are now. This isn't me telling a story or trying to create a fantasy or create an experience within you of and being uncomfortable. But it is pretty uncomfortable because it is something that isn't really good for everyone, good for me, good for others, good for our future. And it is what is here. I'm not making it up. It's something you can go ahead and see for yourself. Test it out. Try to take the opposite of what I'm saying and see if that's true. See if that's not the case. That's what I have to do, and I don't want anyone to believe me about anything I say. I think we have enough people on this earth that make a living through deceiving others and tricking them and making them believe them. And they become like a messiah or a leader or someone that they look up to, but it's all within deception. I think we have enough of that, of those kind of leaders. So I really encourage you to question me, to criticize me, to look up my facts. I could be wrong. I mean, these are things I read, maybe last year. Things could have changed. It's true. It's possible. I could be wrong. But it's just, everything I'm sharing here is everything I've known, everything I've studied. And I did it for me. I didn't do it for you, for helping someone else. First, I did it because I'm here on this earth. I'm a person. I care about this earth. I want to make sure things are going well for me, for others. Yeah, I do see others, but I don't know. I guess you just have to accept that that I'm doing this for others as well. But that's not a good reason to believe anyone. Trust me. Yeah, don't trust me. So the word work. How can we wrap this up? I mean, we all have to work. We all need to make money. But some of us actually do have free time. Maybe Saturday or Sunday. Or in the afternoons or the evenings. You may have an hour. That what time you do have. What free time you do have. I mean, of course, you need to use that time to invest in your future. And I was going to say but it's also the same thing, actually, that to actually invest in your future, not just in furthering your life financially, but through actually changing the course of the future, changing our destiny, changing it so that it won't lead to utter destruction, and changing it to a world where we can live together in harmony and to be able to discuss, to find out the truth together, to help one another, to support each other, to be there for each other, to care, to honor, regard our individual selves, and so through doing that, actually be able to honor and regard others. I mean, you can't really give respect to another person if you don't have self-respect. So, yeah. doing that with whatever free time you have, self-investment, things will change. I know it because that's what I've been doing. Granted, I'm living my life, not your life, but things change through time. As the more you do it, the more you put attention and effort and time in something, it will change, it will grow. And maybe, with the world out there, the world out there is pretty harsh. But what's good about this is that you're investing in within yourself. And who you are is a very physical thing. And one thing you know about a physical thing is that through time, it changes. Through effort, through attention, it does change. I can take a wall, I can punch a wall, I can take a painting, I can paint, I can take a clay, I can make a sculpture, and that's all physical, and that takes time and effort. So see yourself as something physical, not something that's of the system, of the world system where, things can be harsh and they can be denied to you, and people can say no to you. But the only person that can say no to you, helping yourself, supporting yourself, investing in yourself, is just you. That's the beauty of it, that you have the power to invest in yourself, to change, to make life better for you. And maybe you can't change your physical circumstances so much. That's possible. But you can definitely change who you are within that. And that will make a big difference. How you relate to your situation, how you relate to yourself, meaning what you feel, what you think, your real relationship to yourself, That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, thanks. Sayonara. Hasta la vista. Ciao.